Hey y'all, hey, happy Tuesday, happy Mars Day. Wanted to share a quick word, real quick. Sometimes, a lot of times, most times, you gotta have serious conversations with yourself. Because I'm telling you, the various voices that carry certain narratives and judgments and perceptions be like living rent free in your heart and in your head. I was just in a situation this AM where I just hopped off the phone having a conversation with somebody, and after I got off the phone with them, I felt a certain kind of way, uh, feelings of like nervousness, doubt, anxiety around the conversation we were having started to kind of creep in. And so I felt it every time. I was aware, and I stopped the thought, or spoke against it or affirmed it away. And I kept reading my book that I'm reading this morning. So I just kept reading, just trying to ignore the voice that keeps trying to pop up in my mind. So I'm reading, and the voice just keep like quiet. It's like a whisper. It really is like a whisper. And so I just stopped reading and was like, look. And I literally had a wide open conversation with myself, with that voice, with that whisper. I'm like, look, listen. Now, first I asked myself, okay, what's the root of this fear or this anxiety that you're feeling right now in regards to this conversation or this situation? What's the root of it? What is the thought that's bringing about these feelings of anxiety? So I was able to identify that thought, and then I renunciated or denounced it. I'm like, no, that's not the truth. And then I had a whole full conversation with that voice, that whisper, like, listen, that is not the truth. The truth of the matter is this, and this, and this is what it is, and don't you forget it, and get yourself together. It was like a whole full-blown conversation. And then I got back to reading my book, and I noticed that the voice had totally, first it got quieter and quieter and quieter till finally it was silent. And that was just significant to me. I never experienced it in such awareness. I should say it like that. I've experienced it before, but it was full awareness of the way it went down, And so be careful, because the ego, or that conjecturing whisper, what my mama called the devil, the enemy. It will creep in, and it creeps in oftentimes as these quiet, subtle, silent, quiet thoughts. And if you don't quiet them or silence them immediately, don't give them no room, it could grow into these loud voices in your head instead of just whispers. They all start as little small whispers, and then it grows and grows into these pervading thoughts in your mind that are very loud. And those loud voices and those loud thoughts carry energy, and energy is motion, and creates emotion, and emotions put things in motion. And so that's how you begin to create the reality that matches those thoughts of doubt or fear, anxiety, or worry. And so you have to do the work to stop them. And I think the main thing is the awareness. I was heightened aware. There was a heightened awareness around it. I felt it. I was aware of how I felt. I was aware of the feeling of anxiety. I was aware of what the voice was trying to say. And then I had to become aware of what's the root of it. What's in this really, and I had to be honest with myself. I'm not ashamed or like scared to face reality about myself. I think that's very important in order for you to be able to balance or heal some of the things that we've carried for a long time. Often these conjecturing type of perceptions, or these beliefs or thoughts or narratives that run in our head sometimes from past experiences, or from things that have been projected on you that you carry around, sometimes consciously, oftentimes unconsciously. You carry these things around from past experiences, or things other people say, or things other people experience. And so now it creates these thoughts that ultimately become fears or doubts or worry and things like that. So just be aware. I just wanted to share that because I was so aware of what was happening. And I literally like put my book down and was like, look, what's the problem? What is the issue? What is it? I mean, the whisper was so like, it was like I could not focus on what I was reading. Although my intention, like I set the intention to denounce the thoughts that I was having, that I often have when I end up having this conversation or a conversation with this person. And I'm like, you got to get that together, because the Most High is everything happens for a reason. Every acquaintance you have, every person in your cipher, everything is divinely calibrated. And so this person, this situation, this thing is meant to be. So relax. Like, no fear is needed. No nervousness is needed. No worry is needed. Let it be what it is. If this person triggers you, this situation trigger you, then get it together. Figure out why is it triggering, because this is your time to grow past that. This is your time to balance that out, because this needs to be balanced. That's why it keeps coming up, because it needs to be balanced. It needs to be addressed so that we can move forward in this thing. So I'm so grateful I was able to acknowledge it, be present in the moment, do the work to push, not only push through it, it's bigger than that. Not only push through it, but allow room for growth and balance in that space. And so I look forward to upcoming conversations with this same person or in regards to the same situation. And I look forward to the breakthrough that's going to happen because of the breakthrough that just happened, as I sat here in full awareness of that whisper, that darn whisper that my mama would call the devil. Okay, the devil is a lie. Okay, the truth remains that all is well, all is always well, no matter how it looks to you, no matter how it feels to you. It is up to you to govern your feelings, govern your thoughts, govern your words, govern your actions, and make sure they stay in alignment with affirmation, with life-giving thoughts and words, with affirmative behaviors, affirmative language. That's your job, so we on the job over here. Y'all on the job? Make sure you stay on the job, all right? Stay positive, stay optimistic, not just to feel better, but because that's what the reality is, okay? The reality is all is God. God is good, so all is good, period. Okay? All right, y'all. Peace. Enjoy the rest of your day.